A little less. Okay.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Chrissy Mayer podcast. We are on iTunes, YouTube, Spotify, and SoundCloud. If you're listening to us right now on iTunes, please go and leave a 5-star review. These reviews can say anything. Like, for example, this one from Giraffe Killa. CM is cool. 5 stars. You are funny and stuff. Pretty hair too. See, was that so hard? Thanks for the review, Giraffe Killa. So yeah, guys, please go and leave a 5-star review. And I'm going to be performing in Atlantic City this weekend for Comedians of the Compound this Friday and Saturday, October 2nd and 3rd. So please go and get the tickets for that right now. The show is going to be totally safe, social distance. There's going to be 1 show Friday, 2 shows Saturday, and then all of us are going to be hanging out. The shows are at the Claridge Hotel through Atlantic City Comedy Club. So get those tickets now and come hang out with me and the gang. It's going to be fucking great. You know what else is fucking great? Silk City Hot Sauce. Go to silkcityhotsauce.com. Use the promo code CMP. You're going to get 15% off your entire order. Plus, they're going to throw in a free bottle of hot cherry sriracha. Looking for hot? You found it. Go to silkcityhotsauce.com. Use the promo code CMP. Get 15% off. Get the free cherry sriracha. Bella, do you like hot sauce?
No.
I was not a hot sauce person either until these guys sent me a bunch, and now I can't stop drinking it.
I like that show where they eat the hot sauce and they have to see each celebrity.
Yeah. I love that show too, and it gets like increasingly like
it makes me want to like hot sauce.
Yeah, and it also makes me wish I had like a stronger taste buds. Speaking of taste buds, this episode is sponsored by Blue Chew. Let's talk about something we all need more of. Sex. Great sex. Fellas, and I know there's a lot of fellas listening, all 97% of you. Fellas, you can increase your performance and get that extra confidence in bed. Listen up. Go to bluechew.com. That's blue like the color blue. Blue Chew brings you the first chewable with the same FDA-approved active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis. Wow, I can't read. I'm so sorry. I kept thinking about a joke I was going to make. It's like take them any day or night, whenever, even on a full stomach, so you can be ready for whenever an opportunity arises. Come on, ladies, let's get in on this too. Get some for your man. While Bella's camera falls down. Blue Chew is made in the USA. It's prescribed online by licensed pharmacists, so you don't even have to go to the doctor. You don't have to wait in line. It's cheaper than a pharmacy. They prepare it and ship it right to your door in a discreet package for your package. There's no awkwardness, and you don't have to leave your home. There's literally no reason not to get this. If you could benefit from more confidence where it counts, Blue Chew is the fast and easy way to enhance your performance. And right now, we have a special deal for you guys. Visit bluechew.com and get your first shipment free when you use the promo code CMP. Hey, that rhymes. All you're going to do is pay $5 in shipping. Again, that's BLUE chew.com and use the code CMP. Try it for free, guys. It's only $5. I think it's worth it. You owe it to your dick. Blue Chew is the better, cheaper choice. I thank them for sponsoring the podcast. Remember, this podcast is free, so if you want to support me, support them. Just use the promo code CMP. All right. Without further ado, I'm so excited to have this girl on the show today. She's an adult film star, webcam, feature dancer. There's so much that can be said. She was the 2018 AVN Best New Starlet nominee. She won the cover of A Barely Legal Hustler just a couple years ago. She recently made her anal debut on Cam Sodia earlier last month in September. I'm very excited to have her here, Bella Rose.
Hi.
Bella, I'm so excited to have you here. I know that you're relaunching your OnlyFans account, and for the next 30 days, you can join for free. Is that right?
Yeah, and then it's not free. But yeah, I wasn't really like doing a good job at it. Well, I just didn't put the effort.
It's hard. It's so hard because I have a Patreon account as well. And just between, it's hard. It's a lot to keep up sometimes. And I
You
wish
and everyone else.
I wish I had an assistant. Like, I really wish I had somebody following me around being like, oh, you look really hot. Stay right there. Let me take a picture. And then they'll
Yeah,
put
I
it
feel
up.
like my friends take ugly pictures of me on purpose so they can be pictured.
Yes, of course. Like, you always see those memes of like pictures that I take versus you and your tagged photos. And like everyone always looks like shit in the photos other people take. So
Yeah.
I know that feeling so very well. And what's great about your OnlyFans account, you have exclusive images, videos. There'll be customs on there. People can request
Yeah.
things for you, which is really great. I want to know, what do you think? And maybe this is old news. We've talked about this on a couple previous episodes. But what were your thoughts on like the whole Bella Thorne OnlyFans drama? This was like sort of in the news a couple weeks back.
Yeah.
A lot of people in the industry giving her shit for kind of blowing up maybe some of the issues with OnlyFans, and people think, oh, because of her, they put a cap on how much people could tip. But I want to hear from you because you're actually in there.
Well, I don't think I know probably the most about what's going on compared to other people with her. I do think it's not very fair that it's hard for us to get in the porn stars to get into the mainstream or whatever you call it industry. Like, it's hard for us to be, anything but the girl getting killed in a scary movie or the slut in a movie or anything like that. But so easily these like mainstream people can do whatever the hell they want.
Yeah.
So I kind of think that's kind of more of a smack in the face than the money or the tips or the...
Yeah, it's more so like, it's like how I feel when there is like a mega celebrity and they're like, I'm just gonna try comedy, and they can sell out a room like that. And I'm like, God damn it, I've been doing comedy for 10
You're like,
years.
I'm funny, you're not, okay?
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, you're entitled to have your show, but I do feel feelings when somebody kind of sort of like larger celebrity swoops in and tries to do what you're doing, and you're like, ugh. It's very interesting. And so Bella, you're a Christian, you're a conservative, you're a Republican, you're a proud Trump supporter. A lot of people would say that, yeah, being a Trump supporter and being a porn star don't really go together. And I know just from, I'm not even a vocal Trump supporter. Whenever I say things that are just not even liberal, I know that I get shit for it from comedians, friends, people online. So I can't imagine what you go through being, openly Trump supporting and also in the adult industry. How does that make you feel when people, or when did people kind of start coming after you for your beliefs? And
well, in my bio, the first thing I say is that hold on, I'm trying to fix my brightness so I can see myself. The first thing in my bio says Christian on everything because, for one, that's just my faith. Like, I think that comes before anything. You should be proud of that. That's something you should never hide or not talk about in any place, anywhere, anytime. Like, I'm that proud. Like, you can shoot me dead. I'm never gonna, I'm a sinner is what I believe. Like, maybe porn is wrong. Sex before marriage is wrong. Whatever. And then the Trump thing, so I've always been vocal about my faith, but the Trump thing, I've just always, I'm really into politics, and I actually like take the time to, not just watch the news, but look at, what's really going on and the statistics of things and everything. And I really do support him, and I posted about it before, or I've said MAGA, just something little, and sometimes I do it just to piss people off because, like,
yeah, it's like Twitter is kind of like, I kind of have a love-hate relationship with Twitter. Like, there's a lot of fun people on there. A lot of my fans are on there, but at the same time, yeah, like there's always trolls lurking for sure. So for how long have you been kind of like vocally supporting Trump?
Day one.
Day one, really? What did you like about him right away?
I just really like that he's just outspoken and he doesn't care what people think. Like he's gonna do it. He's like working for our country and he
Yeah,
doesn't
there
care.
there is something about that makes you, I can understand feeling like, oh yeah, I put my trust in this guy. Like he is sure of himself
Yeah.
and he doesn't give a fuck. There's something like kind of reassuring about that for sure.
And then when the Stormy Daniels thing happened, I really, really, that made me mad. I
You know,
was like,
I've even heard rumors that the whole Stormy Daniels thing was like a totally made up BS.
yeah, I've heard that too. We'll never know, but it's like every wealthy man does that. Like, what was the point in her saying that she got paid? Like, what was like? She just wanted. No one knew her, so she just wanted more.
Attention, you think she did it for attention?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
so every time I see her at conventions, I'm just like, I feel like we give each other the evil eye.
And she knows who you are?
I feel like I'm the only girl that really has jabbed at her. Not in a mean. I don't ever
Yeah.
bully anyone, but kind of been like, this girl is not.
Have you
She
like tweeted at her or like said anything to her in
tweeted at the
person?
situation where she's tagged in it as well.
Okay, okay. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just like you're giving your feelings. I opened for Stormy Daniels once. She was performing and she doesn't do comedy, but she has like a stage set. You know, she'll do like jokes and stories. You know, she's an entertaining lady and I opened for her, well hosted for her once
yeah,
the White Plains Comedy Club. And she was like a very sweet lady. She definitely is always like flanked by her bodyguards. So I was lucky to get like
I know.
a couple pictures with her. But I can't imagine.
I feel like that's over now, though. Like the whole Stormy. I hope. I don't know.
I feel
The
like it's calmed
hashtag Me
down.
Too movement or the it's just gone. I mean, you should always speak up if something happens to you. I guess if you want, but like, what are you really doing besides getting attention?
Do you feel like a lot of people have more so used the Me Too movement for personal gain?
Fame or attention or yeah, personal gain. There's a lot of things going on in the porn industry about girls getting molested or raped or touched and stuff by the directors and stuff. But the thing is, the girls aren't saying no, and their stories are like, I didn't say no, he just, or like stuff like that. Like, if you don't say no, if you're not trying to get away, you're not getting raped. I'm sorry.
Right, because I have talked about this topic with actually Karma RX, Jackie St. James, who's a producer, Holly Randall, who's a producer. And it's interesting because Karma is more kind of on the side of where I think your beliefs lie, which is like, hey, you know, you got to let people know right away. And also kind of like, if this is not your thing, like porn is not for everyone, then maybe get out.
Yeah, and there's
And
a
it's
difference in feeling uncomfortable and getting raped. Big difference, in my opinion. But
for sure. And it's also, I can't imagine how tricky it must be to be a male performer during this time because I
I
think
would be scared
on
to
one
be a
hand, you're
male
just,
at all.
yeah, you're just trying to do your job. And on the other hand, you're like, ugh, now I have to like, you know, it might be distracting being like, oh God, I have to like always think about, are they okay at every moment? Because I don't want to get accused of rape.
Yeah.
And then we have
I
like I had like Jackie St. James and Holly Randall being like, okay, well, the porn industry needs to do more. And I guess they are already taking steps to do more with like, you know, written consent and everybody in the crew has to see what your yeses
and
and
we
nos
already
are.
have to sign so many papers like this big, like every time before even all this. So now I feel like I just got done shooting, so I signed a lot more stuff.
Yeah. So you had, then this was like, are you talking about your most recent with Brazzers when the thing you
Yeah,
shot with
I
Kieran?
just shot a bunch of scenes. I just was out in LA and Vegas and shooting. A lot of girls won't shoot right now because of COVID, but I'm not scared. But
You're like, cause I
yeah, guys
know
are
that.
scared.
Wow. You think, yeah, really, if I would figure like the guys would be less scared than the girls in the industry.
Well, they're I don't know. The girls are not scared. They just want a reason to. I'm just charging my phone. Sorry.
Okay.
Podcast in the car. All right. But no, just I don't know. I don't like the girls. That's mean.
It does.
Carmen's
No,
really nice.
I feel you, because it feels like there's beef in every industry. Like, I'm sure news reporters have beef with each other, but like I've been noticing with you, like, why do you think there is so much beef like in the porn world?
Because if you don't agree with what everyone else thinks, it's like high school. I'm not kidding you. I've quit a few times because I was this close to killing myself. And I'm really strong. I'm a strong girl. Like, I believe what I believe till the end. I will not be bullied into being,
yeah, you're not going to,
I'm not going to be bullied into pretending I believe something else. And so girls have attacked me at, even in my own agency when I first started, girls just ganged up on me. They were my friends until they found out that I like Trump, or that I don't do this or that I'm a Christian. They laugh in my face about that. I don't know why. And they bully you and they attack you online in a group, and then their fans think they're hot, so they're going to, of course, stick up for them. And then I'm automatically the bad person because all the fans, they're more famous, or have a bigger name and stuff. And it's just like a big gang up on me. And I'm like, what am I doing besides being a Christian, or besides liking Trump? I'm not hurting,
you're not hurting anybody, and you're also not, like, these aren't just like beliefs that like a few people have. They're like, I would say most of the country likes Trump. I would say most of the country is Christian. They're just like not, it's not like you're into shit that's like really bothersome, right? You're not hurting anybody. And I completely feel you, Bella, because 2 years ago I had a comic who was, I guess at the time, bigger than me, had better credits than me. Like, she had done Comedy Central, right? And there was a misunderstanding between us. Like, I had done like a couple impressions of her, like made fun of her over some like weird shit that she did on a show. Like, normal, like every comedian, like, we can make fun of each other. That's kind of the deal. You're like a public figure, right? And she didn't really understand what I was doing and came after me so hard. Told all of her fans. She had like, I think at the time maybe more fans, but she also was friends with people in higher places than me. So she's in their ear. Total lies and bullshit. And another person who was like definitely taking advantage of the Me Too movement. And I had some of my fans were like coming after her, and she's like, you're encouraging them to give me rape threats. I'm like, what? I'm like, I'm not in charge of these people. It just was crazy.
Like,
so
you're at a 10, bring it down, lady. No, it's just like, even when I love going to comedy shows and stuff, and like they make fun of everyone. It's just like part of your job. like someone will be wearing a Coach looking thing, and you'll be like, hey, Mr. Coach guy, or like,
the smallest things make people laugh. Like, if there's a guy in the audience wearing a pink shirt, like, even just being like, there's a gay guy here, even though it sounds so hack, that makes an audience laugh. It's like 10 times out of 10.
That's what it is. Yeah.
And people
are just so serious, like liberals. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to like group people and bash up. Like, there could be good liberals, I guess, but mostly liberals are people that are more, they just have something to say about everything. If it's not perfectly how they want, it's weird because they're fighting for us to all be equal. Yet, what about the Christians or the Trump supporters or this or that? We don't get a choice to be equal.
Right. And it used to be like Bella, maybe like 10 years ago, it was like what it meant to be liberal was different, and they kind of maybe were more inclusive, like probably even back further than 10 years ago. Because I remember like growing up, I was like, oh, well, Bush, that's Republican, and that he's like crusty. I don't want to be down with that. I want to be with like the cool people that are like, cool with gays. Like, that's where I want to be. But over the last like 10, 15 years, it's really changed, and the people that are liberal are the least accepting of everyone.
I mean, it's just like, that's why the world, I think, is so bad right now, is that people just have so much opinion and so much hate and so much, I don't know, but what they're fighting for is love, which is why I'm really confused to why they're so angry.
Did you say what they're fighting for is love?
I feel like what everyone is really fighting for is we're all trying to be fighting for love and equality, but it's like taking a turn for the opposite.
I agree, because I feel like anytime you have someone who's a bully or trolls or anyone who's trying to like anyone who like comes into your sphere and you're like, why is this person trying to like shut me down over nothing? It's like, I find it's because that person has shit they need to work out, and we all have like childhood damage,
Yeah,
but like I find the people
for
that
sure.
are the meanest have shit to work out for themselves. And here's what I like really think is so unfair with you, because it's like porn is such a huge industry. There's so many different types of porn
Especially now.
for whatever for whatever you're into. Yeah, it's the industry's really like blown up so much. Like, you know, people can have their particular likes. Like any dude can go onto Pornhub and be like, I'm really into this. These are my preferences. I'm really into Asian girls. I'm really into schoolgirl scenes, whatever it is. I'm really into black girls. It's like, we don't judge the viewer and the customer for what they're into, but I feel like there is so much judgment on the girls and on the people who work in the industry on what your preferences are, what you like
Yeah,
to
it's like,
do.
I thought you were just there to think I'm hot.
Yeah. And
But
it must
yeah,
feel, how does it make you feel like, you know, you're in an industry where it's kind of like, yeah, it's supply and demand, right? So the whole stepbrother, stepsister niche has blown up because the industry kind of calls for it. People are getting more into it, right? So how does it feel that people give you so much shit just because you happen to have certain preferences as a performer? Like I don't know, it must make you feel kind of
I get
shitty.
I get sad a lot. Like I have depression and like panic disorder. You know, I'm a porn star. I've got a lot of issues. So it just makes me sad that I feel just very, very misunderstood. And like, I know that a lot of people that watch me they think like I do. And I have a lot of fans that message me. They're like, I'm your fan solely because you're Southern, or because you're a Christian, because you're this or you're that. And then there's other people who will send me death threats in my emails all the time. I'm like, geez.
That's
Calm down.
horrible. There have been a few, it seems like every 6 months, like I push a button on some group of people and then they come after me for like 4 to 6 weeks. And like every time
You
it
gotta
happens,
hide
it's like,
inside.
it's, yeah. The first time I was like, whatever, publicly shamed or whatever it's called, like people try to cancel me. Like it does scare you. You're like, holy shit.
Yeah, I've had so many girls that, like, it's not really the guys in the industry or the directors or the agents. They usually have the same beliefs as me, which shows kind of where the brains are. But I'm not saying the women are dumb, but there
But
are a
think
lot
about
of,
it. They're business minded, right? So the
yeah,
people that
right.
are running stuff, they're thinking about production. They
People
want everyone
doing
to
more
make money.
business
Yeah.
like Trump, and uh,
Yeah,
as for
because
my,
Trump is I think he's for small businesses. And I feel like most Democrats are for, like, let's get everybody on welfare. So they're more reliant on
yeah, I
us.
feel like, yeah, the other team is just, and my friends would say the stupidest shit, and I'm like, yeah, I don't think you guys are even like, they're like, but this guy wants weed legal. That's not our work. We don't need to worry about that right now. Or condoms should be free. Like Trump doesn't believe that. I'm like, nothing is free in this world. They're like, he's all for the rich. Okay, yeah, well, the rich are paying a lot in taxes for your condoms and your contraceptives and your this and that. Like, it's coming out of someone's pocket. Like,
Yeah. I don't think people understand that. Like, it doesn't just, things don't appear out of thin air.
money
Like,
doesn't grow on trees.
yeah, like the
I
idea of like
wish.
free, you know, like people like were really excited about Bernie because, oh, free college. But it's like, where does that, it doesn't come
And
out of
weed.
nowhere. Yeah. I'm like, who has trouble getting weed? Like, why are we so fixated on like,
Like, if that's what we're looking for in a president, we are fucked.
and Bella, like, who do you, I guess sort of like, it seems like you've had kind of like an awakening, like you believe you're kind of going against the grain of what like your industry, most people believe, right? So do
Yeah.
you attribute that to how you were raised or just your own kind of intellectual curiosity?
I definitely come from a very small, classy mountain town, which has a mixture of, liberals and very conservative country people. So that maybe, but I was pretty much in the system, and my mom and dad didn't raise me or anything like that, and I wasn't raised by one particular person. So I feel like everything I believe is the thing I've chose to believe them. I don't think anyone really has an influence on me. I just observe the world very closely, and I just really choose what I feel in my heart is what I, believe.
Yeah, it seems like you have a very unique way of seeing the world. It seems like you come from a
Other people
background.
want to kill me.
Oh God. I mean, well, first of all, a lot of those people are full of shit, I think they just want attention. And anytime somebody puts you down, it's because they have something they're trying to fix with themselves. They're trying to you know what I mean? For someone to think that they need to put you down, they've already put you up here, you know what I mean? Which means they see themselves down here. And I always have to keep that in mind.
But it's the girls, this one girl, she just happened the other day. I don't know if I'm allowed to say names, but I would definitely.
You can if you want, but yeah, no pressure. Yeah.
Yeah, this girl named Sydney Cole, who doesn't really, was my friend kind of, but it's one of those, you go to LA and you're friends, but you're not best friends. You don't know each other like you do your hometown. It's just
she's not gonna help. She's not gonna help you move or anything like that.
Yeah, she's just a work friend.
Yeah.
And she just went psycho, and she's known for being drunk and stuff like that, and she started going crazy. She sent me a message saying no one will ever love you, all because she cheated on her boyfriend and he found out. And he texted me, and I was like, okay, well, I thought he found out, so I was like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be in the drama. But she got mad that I even texted that. I don't know if that was wrong of me or not, whatever. I wasn't trying. He has my number because he blocked her, and she used my number to call him. So anyways, then she stalks my house, my agent's house in LA. We have to call the cops. She tells me no one's gonna ever love me. I suck at porn. That's why I had to sell my ass.
Jesus.
She said I'm botched, and did those memes of the people that are which my lips are a little big. Sorry.
They're hot. You know what? Why do you think she got so mad at you?
She's psycho. These girls are crazy. Sometimes I have to go back to North Carolina just to breathe. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
So this girl, Sydney Cole, cheated on her boyfriend.
Number.
He found
online.
out.
She put my number online and my real name.
That's actually something that I feel like you could probably sue her. I mean, isn't that something that's a legal issue?
I had to change my number, and you search someone's name, you can find out where they live.
Yeah, that's actually
which is my grandma's house.
Wow.
Don't show up at my grandma's house, people. I don't live there, but that's what my name shows up as on my license, But it's just that's one example of I think some of these girls are really psycho.
Why do you think that is?
I mean, I'm probably a little psycho, but porn, if you do porn, I don't know. I'm not saying you're not raised good, because I've met people that seem like they had great family. They were raised fine. Even this girl seemed like she has a good family, but there's got to be something I don't want to diss porn because I am a porn star.
Yeah, porn is great. And I've the more interviews I've done with girls in the industry, it's they're the coolest people I've met and talked to, and some of the smartest, best business people, and most empathetic, people I've ever talked to. So, and they've come from a variety of backgrounds.
I just don't my best friend was this girl named Jill Cassidy. And she started winning awards. And when she did, she stopped being my friend. And she assaulted me at a convention, pushed me. And she said, don't put me in a room on the same level as this ugly girl. And then all the fans kind of watched her say that.
And this was your friend?
Well, not at that time. We weren't friends. She was being mean to me. It was the first time I seen her since we stopped being friends. And, but she just changed. Once she got that award, they call it getting jaded, I guess.
It went to her head, and she thought she was hot shit. Yeah.
I've done this for 5 years, and I've been very vanilla and very just not. I observe things a lot, so I just the girls get very I'm better than everyone else. I'm like,
so if they get a little bit of success or win an award, a lot of it sometimes will go to their head and will change them as people.
and they become mean. And like my friend Jill, she believed everything I believed, like about politics, about
just like her values
things on the industry, and then switch completely. So I know that she's out there. Either she lied to me or she's lying to everyone. It's not like a big problem to me. It's her life. We're not friends anymore. And I wish her all the best. It's just like, why can't people just be true to themselves?
Yeah, it's really sad when that happens. And I lost a couple friends just because people thought I voted for Trump 4 years ago. People thought my boyfriend voted for Trump. And it's like, first of all, it's like really nobody's business who you vote for. And it's like, well, now that it is, everything is everyone's business now. It's like, all right, social media, we're all putting everything out there. But if someone is stop being friends with you because of who you vote for or for your beliefs, like they probably weren't really they weren't ride or die to begin with. They weren't, if that's all it takes, And
I guess we talked about, we were like, I said before we talked, something I didn't want to talk about. I think it's kind of hard not to talk about it so I'm going to we can talk about it. Okay. So like the whole interracial porn thing, when I was 19, I like posted this blog post about how I don't want to do IR because I think the industry makes it racist.
Which a lot of people have said. That's not even like you're not the first person to say that. And
like Alexis Texas, one of the most famous porn stars of all time, never has done it. And a lot of people think the same way, whatever. But I did use some words in my blog post that weren't the best. I was 19 years old. So
you're a kid, yeah.
I just didn't say it the right way. And so then everyone thought I was racist. And I continue not to do interracial just because I don't know what's going to happen to me. I don't know if I'm going to get hate fucked because people hate me because I chose not to. Okay. I don't know if people are going to bully me even more because I chose to and say, wow, she got bullied into it, or why is she doing this? She doesn't deserve this. Like, I'm scared to even like mention the word. Like, I'm not scared. I say whatever the hell I want, but
it sounds like what you're saying is like you put it out there, like you're 23, 24 now. So you put it out there like 5 or so years ago, which is like an eternity, it's like when you're young, it's like you're still really young. It's like you put it out there. It's almost like you had this preference. Like you're like, hey, I just prefer not.
And they kept asking me. That's why I did posted it.
Meaning the people you worked with, like the performers or the like
all my fans. When are you going to do IR? When are you going to do IR? So I felt like I owed an explanation as to why I'm not.
And it's like the thing, you're like, okay, I just don't prefer to do this. Just like, if you say, oh, well, do you want to have sex with this trans person? No, I would just prefer, that's not my preference. And oh, well, you're transphobic. That's how I feel like people treat you. It's like you have a preference for how you like to work. You know what I mean? Just because you do porn doesn't mean you should be okay with like the full spectrum of everything. It seems really hypocritical. And it's like, we have such a huge porn industry so that you can find whatever you like from different people.
Yeah, if you don't like my views, okay, go to the next. There's lots of blondies. But no, it's just that, and then I just don't know. I don't like how I get why people like it. The black, like the IR stuff. I get it.
Yeah, people think it's like taboo or whatever.
I don't want to be the little girl that says, I like big black blah blah blah. Like, I just feel I want to, like, even when I'm doing scenes with people that are the same race as me, I'm very vanilla, and I just did my first anal 5 years later. And
first time ever, like not even just
I didn't even really
first anal ever.
Yeah. And so I'm just I don't want to be too, I don't know, I get the whole, like, I do the stepsister stuff and like that. The race thing seems really odd to me, that you get paid more to do it. You have to say, I like your big black cock. Like, okay, well, I don't
Because it's
why emphasis on the black if we're trying to make this not about race?
Which is crazy. The fact that what you just said right now, Bella, makes you like the least racist person. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're like, why do
I'm actually not racist, which is why.
Yeah. Oh, I could tell. I mean, like, anyone watching this can be like, you're obviously not racist.
Oh,
And
don't
it's
call
funny.
me racist.
People are stupid. And it's the thing is, like, it's because it's like people's sexual desires aren't woke. I was talking about this with Holly Randall. I talked about this with Jackie St. James. It's you type into a search engine the thing that's going to get you off. You're not like thinking with your brain of like political correctness and like, oh, what should I be looking at? It's like, no, you're jerking off. You're masturbating. Whatever. It's like
with their other head.
Yeah. So it's like nobody expects the customers to have like woke sexual desire. So like, why should we expect you know what I mean? It's not a woke industry as much as people would like to eventually hope it gets there. It's just not, though. It's like you're appealing to people's primal desires.
I hope a lot changes, like, because porn right now is not like it's so weird. I've seen it in 5 years. I've done it for 5 years, which, you know, porn is a short lifespan unless you're like a gilf, which is a grandma I like to fuck. But I probably won't, probably won't go that far. But
be a gilf,
so 5 years, it's kind of like I'm in here. I've been doing it. I get it now, and it's just the girls are all screaming #MeToo, and everything's for attention, especially that OnlyFans, which is great. I'm working on my OnlyFans.
And if you join now, it's free for the next 30 days.
Yes, join now. Join, guys. It's giving girls more leverage to, in the main part of porn where it's the production and stuff, to be more whatever, because they can go home and do what they want, for their money. They don't have to keep shooting if they don't want to.
It almost sounds like there are some girls, like a lot of people get into porn for all kinds of different reasons, but it almost sounds like the ones that maybe just like aren't comfortable doing it in general. Perhaps it seems like Me Too is a way out or a way.
It's just, I feel so bad for the men. I feel bad for my agent that has to deal with all that he's dealing with, which is a big controversial thing too. And I'm totally on his team. And with the whole Derek Hay situation.
Who is that?
So yeah, there's this thing with Derek Hay is my agent. Just like, there's these girls that are making accusations about him that I know are false, because I talked to them during these time periods, and he was my agent. Like, he never did anything. They're just saying, you'd have to look it up. I don't know.
Okay. So Derek Hayes was an agent, and then people.
He's still my agent.
Oh, he's your agent too. So people were accusing him of like harassment.
The Me Too thing, basically. Yeah. It's a big court case, and it's just, and it's sad. Like, I think of him as a friend too. Professional work friend, but I just, it's really, really freaking sad, because these girls can say whatever they want, but and that the people are going to take their side more likely than they are the guys, no matter, even in court. Like, it's just
like nobody's on the guy's side in these cases.
And these girls are like, oh, I've never I'm being sex trafficked. What are you talking about? It's called porn.
I think, isn't technically like if you travel, like let's say you travel to LA for a shoot, are they calling that sex trafficking, or is it just like,
or maybe they chose to escort.
Okay.
And they call that, they chose it. The girls chose it, and they got the money from it, and they fucked the dude knowing what they're doing, which escorting, I believe, is high end. I don't know. It's not prostitution technically. It's high.
Yeah, we know what escorting is. Yeah.
People know, whatever. These girls totally bragged about it, boasted about it, and then they're like making up lies, like, I'm being sex trafficked.
So it sounds like, girls will willingly go into something like escorting, and then after the fact, almost
when something doesn't go their way with whoever's booking them, they're revengeful and mean, and because it's their money. That's the thing. Porn is right? There's different reasons why people do it, but partly some could be a lot of it's money. So whenever you mess with a girl's money, she's going to get angry. And some of these girls don't know how to deal with their anger in a fair way.
Yeah. Yeah. It does kind of sound like it's kind of, misplaced anger. It seems hard. It seems like a hard industry to be in. And
yeah. I didn't have like panic disorder and stuff until I started, which I do like porn. I like it, but I had to separate myself from the girls because, am I getting pulled over? No, okay. Because
you're not driving. No, you're not driving. You're parked.
No, I'm just parked, but like, okay. I'm not a good parker. But it's just the girls are so mean. Like I left high school early to get away from the girls, and then they're still there. Like, but it sucks because I feel like it has hindered my career a bit because girls will say mean stuff, and so I'm on a lot of girls' no lists.
Just because of your political beliefs, you think, or like the fact that you're a Christian, the fact that you like Trump. That's crazy to me because it's like you're not talking about politics in the scene. It's like there are scripts.
I've yelled at people for like trying to bring that up during a scene before because I was like I'll talk about Offset, but like I don't want to talk about it during my actual like it's like if they're trying to set me up.
It's like it sounds like bullying. It just sounds like
it is bullying.
You don't want to be part of the mob. You don't want to, sing the song that we're all singing. So it's like you should be punished. You shouldn't get work for it. And that's really pretty shitty.
Yeah. And there's like some guys too, fans of other girls that are just they just hate me because of Trump. If I'm in Washington right now, I wish I could like find him somewhere. I'll have sex with him for free.
You're there with your "Make America Great Again" sweatshirt. Like, I'm just looking for Trump.
I was told I should wear something a little more sexier, but I was like, I'm in Washington.
You mean for this?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean whatever. You're fine. It's like whatever you want.
I'm at the monument right now.
How is it looking? Is there like a lot of people there? Does it seem?
No, it's actually DC's pretty empty right now for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know why. But yeah, it feels good. It feels like fall.
Oh yeah, it's pumpkin spice latte time for sure. Did you watch the debates last night at all?
No.
You didn't miss anything.
I actually didn't.
There really weren't any, like, from what I remember from 2016, I'm like, I feel like Trump had a lot of really good, like, zingers on Hillary and, like, almost, like, roasting her. But that's because
they wanted to drug test.
Yeah, they wouldn't drug test Biden, and I feel like Biden had an earpiece for sure because he kept putting his head down like he was listening. So I feel like
poor boy. He doesn't know where he's at half the time.
Yeah, I think they requested breaks for him. I don't know if they did a straight like 90 minutes.
You can be old or whatever, but if you're just too old, you just
Yeah, I feel like you
gotta function right.
Might be some kind of a puppet for someone else. So it's interesting. So Bella, I want to how do you feel like how you grew up kind of like influenced the person you are today?
Oh God. Well, like as a porn star, I mean, like I said, I think porn stars have a lot of craze. I think something's wrong somewhere. I mean, I can't speak for everyone else, but I was introduced to sex at a very, 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 very young age when I shouldn't have been. Like,
I was 14. I gave my first blowjob at 14. There was this guy did I really like him? I just thought he was cool. He was a lifeguard, and I was like practicing my dives. I was a really good little diver, and he was like, "Hey, nice dives." He was 19, and I was like, "Oh, he thinks I'm good." And then he's like, "We're gonna go on a date." And then so he picked me up in his red Jeep Wrangler. I was like, "Yes, I'm so cool." And then he just did the old hand on the head. I was like, "Well, here we go." I had no idea what I was doing, but it was probably awful for him, but that's what you get. I was 14. So now looking back, I go, okay, I for sure was too young.
Yeah. Sorry, my car opened. Yeah. Mine was like when I was 6. So
Okay. Wow.
so we're talking
Yeah, that's
not and I
young.
didn't want to. So I'm sure that has something to do with it. And then I always wanted to be a freaking Playboy bunny. I just got a Playboy bunny tattoo. But then Playboy kind of died down by the time that I wanted to be what I wanted to be. So I'm not a porn star. And I've just always had boyfriends living with me at like 12, starting at 12 years old. I was in and out of like the system. So like,
yeah, like foster care.
It kind of feels like a home to me. Not the girls, but like my agency and like the directors. It makes me feel like I'm a part of something.
Yeah.
And like I grew up, theater was the only thing that made me happy, and like acting, and like I loved attention. Not even the best attention sometimes, but just I really like attention.
I was the exact same way. I did one play in high school because I know you really love musicals. I did one play in high school. I did a funny thing happened on the way to the forum, and I was like, I didn't have any lines. Like the theater director was kind of a creepy old dude, and he just the casting because we were like the courtesans, we were like the prostitutes, right? And the casting was just like us lined up on the stage, and he was like, you. That was the casting. He just like looked us up and down.
Like, which one looks like the most prostitute?
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, Mom, I got a part in the play. I'm a prostitute. But no, I'm the special one that does gymnastics. And she was like, all right.
All right, you're the flexible one.
Yeah, and it's because I was on the gymnastics team at the time, so like it worked out. Did you do?
Worked out great.
Did you do theater in high school?
I actually didn't go to high school much. I got in a 4-girl fight and left in 9th grade.
Oh man.
Also not my fault.
God, you poor thing. I think I did one fight. I
don't do well with women because everyone's so feministy and they're like bullies, and I stand up for myself, and they were calling me a crack baby or something like that because my parents, obviously, whatever, people from my town, it's so small, they know what I went through in life. And so I got in this fight, and because I stood up for myself, she hit me first. And
you're talking about the one in 9th grade?
Yeah, and that's why I left school to go finish somewhere else at a community college to get my high school diploma that way.
Yeah, that's really hard.
I just stand up for myself, and it gets me in trouble.
It's amazing with like, it sounds like the difficult upbringing you had that you still had that skill to stand up for yourself. Like I grew up with 2 parents, like they didn't have the best marriage or for sure. I did not have a good relationship with my dad for sure. But like, I never learned the standing up for myself skill until like I was in my 30s and like in therapy. So I think that just is just such a sign of how strong you really are inside.
Yeah. Sometimes my agent or PR or anyone has to just tell me, just drop it. Like sometimes it's better just to let it go. But I get on a rampage. I'm like, this is not okay. I'll tweet like, oh, I wish you could type more on Twitter. They only give you like
215 or something.
Yeah, like I need like a whole fucking page.
Well, you could do like a thread. You could do like one tweet and then a reply on that.
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
And then my agent's like, I get what you're saying, but
he tries to like, you're like, cool down. You're like, I can't help it. I'm a Scorpio. I have to say
I
things.
am a Scorpio.
Yeah. November 5th. I'm the 11th.
Election day is my birthday.
Wow. So you get the day off. Yeah, I'm the 11th. My birthday's on a Wednesday.
So we're psycho.
Yes. A lot of people like to say like Scorpios are psycho, but it's like we are passionate, and then we also there's a lot under the surface.
Out like psycho.
Yeah. It's like we can, right. If we're not steered the right way, we can be psychos.
So yeah, don't date us.
It's passion. We're passionate.
Yeah, the industry's nuts. But I'm gonna stay in it because I want to do it. But I just don't believe, I guess, what the popular opinion is, and that's just not cool.
You know what it is, Bella? And probably for newer girls getting into it, they see you, and there's people that are like looking at you and like what you put out there and standing up for yourself that are actually inspired by you, people you'll never meet, you'll never see,
Yeah, they
girls that
say
are
that.
in porn, out of porn, you know.
I wish they would be public about it too. I posted a thing, someone who sticks up for you in private but not in public isn't really, I don't know how true that is. I just sometimes wish that the girls that do stand by me, that message me, would have the balls to do it when I'm getting
Yeah.
attacked.
It would be nice because everybody I think is so worried.
They're scared. They don't want to see, they don't want what is happening to me to happen to them, and I don't blame them.
Well,
But
you're super brave. I think everyone's scared of, oh, I'm gonna lose work. I'm worried about how people are
I
gonna
have
see
lost
me.
work because of it.
Seriously? Is it more from like is it more because of the girls
Because
or?
apparently I'm a racist, Christian, Trump loving, which I'm not racist, but
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, you're not.
just because of those things. But
Wow.
a lot of the directors that know me, and they also believe the same things I do, they know that I'm not any of the, and like any of my true friends and family, they know that I'm not like what
Yeah.
people say.
Anybody who talks to you for 10 minutes knows that you're not. It's just, it seems like a
No, they
really,
don't. Some of them, they still are stuck on it.
yeah, people are like, just, I don't know, maybe brainwashed and they don't want to have to change their thoughts because then that means their whole world is upside down. And oh man, I've been wrong
And
this
like,
whole
here's this
time. Yeah.
one story I've never told anyone just because I don't know. I don't want to, I don't know if I should. Well, yeah, okay. So I was having, I was, oh, where'd I go? Okay. I was going to have sex with this uh, black guy. I don't know what the right term is. What's not racist to say
You can say
African?
black guy. Yeah.
Is black racist? I don't know. I'm scared to say
I know, right? That's how we all feel. Right? Can I just, yeah.
And like in my personal life, and he basically beat me up. Like, this is after knowing like I'm a porn star and everything like that. And basically I would call it hate fucking, but it was much worse. And
Wow.
said during while he's doing it, and I'm not gonna call it rape. I definitely couldn't get him off of me. He was huge. But I was just like I was uncomfortable, but again, like, I don't do the Me Too thing. It wasn't rape, nothing like that. But it was definitely very hatred.
Yeah, you felt it. Yeah.
He was making remarks that, oh, you don't like black guys, you don't blah, blah, like saying stuff
Wow.
about the whole porn thing. So that even more fears me to do that.
Wow. So it sounds like you had a hookup in your personal life with a black guy, and it sounds like going into it, he knew about your like working
Yeah,
preference.
very kind at first, and then when we
Wow.
decided to have sex, he was like sweating, like angry at me. Like, I was really scared.
Holy shit, Bella. That's very scary. And like anybody who hears that and isn't on your side, like they're just dumb because
And I know
that's a
not
real
every black
fear.
guy's like that. So I'm not saying if they hear that and they think, oh, well, we're not all like that. Well, for just being this little girl, like, and people think this about me, it's still scary. You don't ever know what you're getting into sometimes, and I have to protect myself.
Yeah, it's very scary. And it really sucks that people can't separate what you do professionally from how you actually feel. And
Yeah.
and it sounds like you're like, yeah, the porn industry, like they really fetishize interracial scenes and the things you have to say. It's just like, it probably just doesn't feel genuine to you. But here you are, you're like having sex with black guys in your private, regular life. So that's like number one sign you're not racist.
Well, I'm scared too now.
Yeah. And well, you have this guy who's basically like an angry, shitty, vengeful guy who like,
But at first, very normal.
yeah, very normal, very sweet to you. And then like that's a fucking, I mean, thank God you weren't hurt. Thank God you, I mean, that's a scary thing. I mean, ugh. Wow, that's fucking horrible.
Yeah, but what
But
can I do?
that's
I'm
his
just
baggage.
one
You know what I
little
mean?
person, you know.
Yeah,
Like,
that's his baggage. And like, if he really went into meeting with you with those ideas, like that should have been a conversation, not him like, oh, let me work this out while I have sex with this girl. That's like, That's
Yeah.
not the way to deal with it. And I'm sorry that happened to you. That sucks.
Yeah, it sucks, but you know.
Like, I'm still here.
I'm still here.
I like that you call your fans Bella's fellas. So I was wondering if you would help me pick out a name for my fans. So I'm thinking either
Okay.
Chrissy's sissies. I don't know what else rhymes with Chrissy, or Mayor's players.
Man, the sissy one's kind of funny. I like
Yeah.
it, but the other one might make. It's like, I don't know. Are your fans gonna be more offended to be called are they, a sissy or
Sissies. I guess we'll
play? I
find
think
out.
the playa one might be
Mayor's
better.
players. Yeah.
And then you can make a jersey and have it says Mayor's players on it.
That's really cute. That's really smart.
A little team.
Bella, I'm going to hire you for my merch team. All I have right now is I ordered a bunch of stickers.
I'm so slow at shit. Like, I need to make merch.
I only got them because my boyfriend's like really on point. He's like, we should order you stickers. And like, they were supposed to come like regular sticker size, and they came and they're this big. They're like tiny little. Yeah, they just fit on the back of my iPhone.
Yeah. Well, at least they're you.
But I'm like, oh, size doesn't matter. Although I wish
you can make lighters now. Anything you want.
Ooh, okay. I'm into that. I'm into lighters.
I don't know. I feel like guys would buy. Merch is hard. I wish I could sell to girls.
It's so hard, Bella. Seriously, for this podcast, like I look at my YouTube analytics and shit to see like who's watching. 97% of people who just watch my podcast are male. So I'm just like, what do I?
Yeah, everyone who I look at analytics too. Like most of my fans on Instagram are from Turkey, and they're male. And I'm like, none of them speaking. I guess they like little blonde girls. I don't know.
Yeah, it's interesting to see.
But I want more girls.
I know. Maybe we need to do like a beauty tutorial together or something.
I have to start doing makeup collections and
I think that's what it is.
A funny makeup video,
Yeah, we should do like a makeup collab and and then we can start getting some more.
I'm sure the guys will love it.
I know. I keep thinking like, what if I didn't do comedy and I was just a regular girl? Like, what would I be into? And I was like, yeah, I probably would be more like Pinterest. Maybe makeup stuff, maybe more fashion stuff.
Yeah, I guess I'd cut some hair.
Yeah, there was a time I for sure wanted to like cut hair. Yeah, like I didn't get my hair done for like 6 months, and then
I can do people's hair, but not my own. As you can see.
Oh no, it's cute. I'm into it. It's very cute. Have you had time lately in like the last 6 months, like lockdown time, for doing any fishing or four-wheeling? Because those are things I know you like to do.
Well, everything is kind of weird going on, but since I do live in the country, I can do those things. Yeah, I go to the river with my friends, and everyone gets drunk. It's like a bar in the woods.
Is this in North Carolina?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a bar in the woods, but like everyone bring your own beer, and we all drink cheap beer because we're rednecks. And so we've got Bud Light or Corona or just the cheapest one you can find. And then people play music. It's like a little trail you walk down. Girls are naked and like.
Oh my God, that sounds fun.
And you get drunk and you just float down the river, jump off the rock. Like, who cares about the bar? We don't go to the bar.
That sounds fun.
I have a horse, and I had a boyfriend recently. I just broke up with him.
Oh, Bella's single now, guys.
Yes. Someone older, rich, please hit me up.
So you're looking for somebody older. What does older mean? Like 40?
No, not necessarily. Just I don't know. I'm always looking for someone, but
have your shit together. Hard. I would say have your shit together. Maybe be Christian or a man of faith.
I don't know.
No?
This last guy I dated swooped me in with the whole, I'm going to take you to church. I got you a Bible, blah, blah, blah. Once I started giving him sex.
That's what he said. I'm going to give you a Bible. He wanted anal right away?
No, we just did butt stuff. I did my anal first on camera, but I put a butt plug in and stuff, and we stopped going to church, and I was like, Smart man trying to get me with the Christianity there, but
wow. I met you like, I just wore this butt plug to church for no reason. No, I just was having a butt plug in at church. Like, my body's so confused. Bella, I'm such a big fan of you. I feel like anybody who is listening to this, hopefully they learned a little bit more about you.
Hopefully they don't hate me more.
Well, you're so strong. You're so strong for not like bending to the mob, and you are firm in your beliefs. And honestly, like I think the most punk rock thing you can be right now is like an open conservative. I feel like being an out.
It's the most wrong thing to be nowadays.
it's like being gay in the 50s.
Yeah.
But
yeah, exactly.
I'm a big fan of you. Where can people find you, follow you, support you? Should we just be telling people to check out your OnlyFans, or is there anything else?
Yeah, I mean, I have a YouTube channel, but you can find that on my Instagram, which is Bella Elise Rose, and then my Twitter is XXX Bella Rose. Obviously, OnlyFans has like the dirtiest stuff. Twitter has some like it shows when my scenes come out, and then Instagram. Every girl likes Instagram, so
can't get
just follow me, please.
Constantly on Instagram, wasting hours of time. But yeah, that's where the women are. Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was great, Bella. Thank you so much for coming on, and we'll have to do that beauty video soon. We'll do.
Yeah, we'll see how we turn out.
and whenever you're in New York, like come do my other show.
Okay, yeah, I love New York. I want to go during the winter. I like the snow and the aesthetic.
We'll get hot chocolate. We'll go ice skating. We'll do the whole thing. Thanks,
yeah,
Bella.